What's good, rock stars? What's good? You are indeed on the Memorial Day edition of the Winning Walk with Kristina, and just decided to come live for a little while, see what you guys are doing. As you can see overhead, it's overcast and cloudy. And early this morning, about 3 a.m., large thunder bumper came in with hail and just terrified Misha. And but my garden is just absolutely loving it, and we're due to get more rain and thunderstorms and stuff. So it's been wonderful for the plants, and we've enjoyed it. It's been relaxing, but other than that, I'm not really planning on doing anything today. Was gonna barbecue, but it kind of was washed out with the rain, and we need a better grill. So just hanging out and walking. 2 out of 3 members of my family got to work. Will have to work today, so we're not really having a holiday where we're at home and stuff like that, chilling. Red's at work now, and Kadra will be at work. Within a couple of hours, I'll have to take her to work. So just kind of just relaxing and kind of chill. Feel a little droplets now coming down, so we may be about to get like a little pop-up shower, but quiet around here. Either I would say everybody's probably off today, so it's just, I guess we can just walk and talk, cause not really anything else going on. If y'all are doing anything interesting, let me know in the chat. If you need prayer for anything, let me know that in the chat. This is the last week. Hi, Leha. And this is the last week, and I was telling Kadri, I was just sort of like joking with her yesterday, but they are saying that this last week of the month is a palindrome week. And a palindrome is either a sentence or a phrase or a series of numbers that read the same forward and backwards. Like today is a 2605 2625, and you can say it the same. It's the same forward and backwards, and the whole week is going to be like that. Hi, Dias Creation. How are y'all doing? Welcome in, welcome in. And I just feel like this is going to be a pivotal end of the month. This month has been very, very interesting, to say the least. A lot of uncovering has happened this month, and I just think the end of the month we should end it praying. We should be in prayer for a number of things, and be seeking God for clarity and our position, where He would have us to be, and that sort of thing. So that's what it'll be. Not going to be speaking much. Checking the chats, see how y'all doing, see what y'all got going on. What do y'all have up for today? Are y'all doing anything for the holiday, or is it not a holiday where you are? Or what's up? That's basically what I came on here for. What's up? Anything good to tell me? Any good news? Any prayer requests you want me to pray about? You know, something that we could cover in prayer while I'm on. Yeah, just glad to be out. Glad the rain has subsided, because it was pretty bad around here. Stuff like that, but yeah, just out doing the usual and the norm. Got my selfie stick. Hope the picture quality is better and it's not so bouncy as I walk. But yeah, I probably won't be on here that long. Yeah, it looks like everybody is at home, probably off work. Kind of overcast here right now, but in the next couple of hours, they're saying that we're supposed to get more rain, which is great. I wish I had more seeds that I could plant because, when you plant seed, it's really, really good to have rainwater to start the plants off. And so whether it be starters or seeds, it's rainwater. A rainwater starts everything to sprouting so much quicker than if you water by hand. And I don't know why that is. It's just it. It's just a better start for the plant. God's rain straight from the heavens is something different about it than water we've collected and processed and all of that stuff. Yeah, facilitator. To be honest, I do walk more than I had. I've started over this past month walking even more, and my knees and ankles are telling me, to the point where I had to go to the chiropractor, and he was just like, no, keep doing what you're doing. It's because you've upped your walking and you're walking more that things are hurting. But now that I've gotten your spine back in alignment again, you should be fine. And he was absolutely right. I'm walking more and feeling a whole lot better. So I know this is what I need to be doing. And but yeah, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I'm not going to be on here too long. Probably walk a couple of streets up and then turn around and come back. No biggie. Because if it does not rain today, if for some reason we don't get the rain we're expected, I'm going to come right back out here. Temperature's not hot at all. It's not humid. It's not too hard to walk. Some days the humidity is so high, it's hard to walk. I'm out here walking anyway, but it's hard to breathe because the air is so heavy. But today, the humidity is very low. The temperature's dropped to the point where we don't even need our air conditioner on. It's that much cooler out here. This past week, it was in the 90s. We thought one day last week we were going to hit the century mark, but we didn't. And I was just like, yes, God, thank you, because I don't want all of my plants to fry in the heat. I know the heat is coming, though, because next week we'll be in the 90s, and there starts our summer. It's going to be hot. But beautiful. We've had some really hot days, sunny, but they've been gorgeous. It's been very, very pretty out here. So there's that. Looks like over at our strip mall, at our shopping center over here, it looks like people are taking advantage of the Memorial Day sales at the thrift store. There's a big thrift store, a Dollar Tree, an ice cream shop, a hardware store. There's, of course, you see the red and white. There's a Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I don't know if they're all having Memorial Day specials, but I know that thrift store is. I might stop in there and see if I see anything, because I need some more clothes to wear for the summer. It's going to be very, very hot. And so I like to go in there and snag a few things for a couple of bucks, so I don't have to spend a whole lot of money getting clothes and stuff. But yep, there's that. Looks like somebody either cut their trees down. Looks like they cut their trees My husband cut Veterans Days, Memorial Days for the dead. Uh, well, I believe so. I believe so. I believe so. Yeah, my dad's a vet, so I would say that. Yeah, Memorial Day is to remember all of our fallen heroes, all of those who served in all of the world wars, all of those who are currently enlisted and serving in the military. Both Veterans Day and Memorial Day are days to remember and reflect and honor those who are living and honor the families of those and their service who have given the ultimate sacrifice for their country. I have a lot of relatives living and those who are with the Lord now who served this country in the military, in the armed forces. I think I have relatives in all branches of the armed force. Hey, big shot officer. I have relatives in all four of the branches of military, so and law enforcement. I have several cousins who are policemen. So we're a military family and we're big on it. We're big on honor. We're big on respect. And we thank God for the honor and privilege to serve our country. So, and we're not keen on being disrespected as far as our service to our country goes. There's a lot of the things that Americans take for granted. We here in America are very entitled and very privileged, and we believe that when we go to countries outside of America that we immediately, because of our presence, should be catered to, and their cultures and their practices should become Americanized because we're there, and that is extremely disrespectful. It would do Americans a lot of good, especially those who have only been here their whole lives, to leave America and go to other countries and other cultures and see how much respect they have for them. And they will come back to America with a whole different respect. I don't care what anybody says. I argue to the ends of the earth. America is still one of the greatest countries in the world. And America deserves that respect from its citizens. Okay, so I'm done. I'm done with the military rant, but this is coming from a proud old Air Force brat from England. So my dad was Master Sergeant in the Air Force, retired. So I'm pro-military and pro-law enforcement. So there's that. Yeah. They have strict guidelines on, fitness and all of that stuff in the military. So yeah, I could see how you would want to do that. But yeah, I say we as Americans, because I'm a naturalized American citizen, been here most of my life, short of the 3.5 years I was in England. And let me back up. We are very, very Americanized and very entitled. And we just believe we can carry the red, white, and blue everywhere we go. And that all of the other countries should adapt to our culture. And that shows our entitlement. I feel like there should be like a government funding, and they ought to pick, it just ought to be funded by the top elite, and they should just pick a random sampling that they gather from the internet of entitled Americans and send them to other countries to see if they'd have the same complaints and whining that they spout online. No, no, you're getting ready to go to Iraq. And when you come back, let's talk to us about America, okay? Your opinion is going to change. It's going to change. Facilitator, be real honest, I don't remember a lot of it. I was born on the Royal Air Force Base in Milton Hall, Suffolk County in England, and we were there for 3.5 years. So I was there walking and talking with an accent, but then, so I don't remember a lot of it. I remember some things. And y'all, I found this channel yesterday, and some of the things I remember about Milton Hall came back. There's a YouTuber called the Suffolk Van Lifer, and he was taking me around Milton Hall, and oh my gosh, it was just the most wonderful thing ever. Because there were some portions of Milton Hall that I had not seen and never seen, and it just was fantastic. I subscribed to his channel yesterday, and it's just so cool seeing and getting history on the place where I was born. Yeah, there are some things very few things that I remember at that age, but yeah, I was only there 3.5 years, but I would love, if God will will, to go back. Particularly what I saw yesterday, it just sealed the deal for me. Let me get a couple of $1,000 and I'll go back. I will go back because it just looks like this little charming little town, and I would love to go back. I plan to, if at all possible. But yeah, yep, super duper nice. Super duper nice. This guy lives in his van. He took a van and he, over the course of some years, remodeled this van, and it is his literal house on wheels. He's got a bed. He's got all of his stuff in it. It's super nice and super cool. And he drives around in a van all over Suffolk and other parts of England. And you get to see it up close and personal, and it's just so cool. God bless you, Facilitator India. I appreciate you so much. God truly is amazing. He is great. He is wonderful. But yeah, super nice. So what have y'all got planned today? Do y'all have anything planned? Hey, Lady Saturn Warner, hey, Happy Mac, how are y'all? I didn't see y'all roll in. I saw you, but I didn't see you. Let me look a little bit more. What y'all got going on today? Anybody barbecuing and want to invite me over so I don't have to think about barbecue? I was gonna cook. I had some over this weekend. Me and Ray did our walk Saturday, and we walked to Fiesta, which is a grocery store. And Fiesta had a sale on their chicken wings, and I got like 24 chicken wings for $11 or $12. And so I was like, okay, chicken wings it is. We're gonna barbecue some of these chicken wings. We're gonna have them with some of the size that you and Kadri make, because I'm gonna barbecue the chicken wings and that's it. But I needed a grill. I didn't have a grill. Lady Saturn, the spirit of greed and gluttony was taking over with that price. Because chicken wings they cost like what eggs cost. They're insane. And I'm just thinking, what? I wanted to get all of them, but the Lord was like, no. Just like you saw a good deal, somebody else will want that. And so you don't take all of these family packs of wings. That's greedy, but Oh, it's so expensive. Right now, in the name of Jesus. You okay? But oh my gosh. Where can you find that? A small package of chicken wings is $8, $9, $10. It's just what? Yeah. Yeah, sorry, not sorry. I got 2 packages. There was way more than that, but sorry, not sorry. I got those and froze them immediately. And it's everything in me not to go back and get the rest, but yeah, I mean, wow. You know, you can have a few wings every day for that price, you know, and you've got what you need because it just costs so much. Eggs are still just crazy. And that's my protein for breakfast. I'm trying to really pull back on carbs and, you know, breakfast carbs, whether it be bread or grain. Trying to pull back on that so I can't just hang with 1 egg. I gotta have like 2. I gotta have something that's gonna stick to me in the morning. But yeah, but those wings were just, man, crazy. They're fixing these streets. They're fixing the reservoir and all of that stuff. That's why it's so tore up around here. Yeah. And when they're working, they're all down in there fixing and stuff. Trucks and all down in this bed. Normally this bed, which shows you, even though we're getting good rain, we haven't gotten the rain that we need because this whole bed would be water. This is a portion of our creek that we call Duck Creek. But there, if you can look down there and see the like grid or whatever they have down there, they're repairing the bottom of it, cleaning it out at the same time. But yeah, normally that would be full of water. I've seen it where this whole bed is full of water and the water reached the bottom part of this grid. It was flooding. It was all the way up here on the street and it was flooded. But yeah, the water you see there was all the way up here to the bottom part of the grid, bottom part of this fence. So that shows you while we're getting water, we have not made a dent. One good couple of days of steady rain, heavy rain, and it will be filled to that point. Oh my gosh. Not a are the directions Happy Mac, are they in English? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Okay. With the yolks, okay, because I boil them and I eat them yolk, egg, and yolk and yeah, and all. I eat yolks and whites. Oh, 60 pack. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Hey, Jesus loves you. How are you today? What have you got planned for Memorial Day? You doing anything particular or special? Or any of that? I'm just walking and running my mouth. That's all I'm doing. Walking and talking. Don't have anything. We're good. Good. Was gonna barbecue, but I'm not. Don't have a grill. Both my husband and my daughter work where all the grills and everything are. Grills and plants and everything else for home improvement. But can I get one of them to just bring me a little itty bitty teeny weeny grill? No. Had all weekend and no grill, so no barbecue. No barbecue. Maybe this coming weekend I'll go and look and see if there's any discount or anything and just get it myself. Sometimes if you want something done, you have to do it yourself. So that's probably what I'll do. Yeah, I mean, if you have that to put together, you really want information on that. Or if they have like a serial number on it, maybe you can chat GPT it or whatever to see if you can find, or AI it to see if you can find step-by-step instructions, because the more intricate the things are to put together, the more clear the directions have to be for me. My eyes are good, but when you have teeny tiny parts, they're not that great. I need I need direction, because I will mess it up. I will mess it up. But yeah, I just came on here to wish y'all happy Memorial Day. Any veterans or any families of the military or law enforcement. Just wanted to wish y'all a happy Memorial Day, and thank you for your service, your family service. Freedom is not free. We Americans take so much for granted, and we deserve to treat our veterans, those who have served and those who have paid the ultimate price for the freedom that we take for granted today. We owe them our utmost respect, not just today, but every day. Every day. Freedom is not free. Freedom will never be free. Freedom will never be free. And they are owed a debt of gratitude. When we remember our veterans, it is not an act of worship as much as it is an act of respect. They and their families deserve our respect. They deserve to be respected. Yeah. Yep. That's something in this culture we have lost. We have lost our ability to respect those in authority, to respect those who have served our country, our military. We by and large don't believe that anybody deserves respect. We disrespect our elders. We disrespect those who have served in the military. We want everybody to be on a first name basis, including God. We have become very irreverent. We don't have any respect for anybody. And God is not pleased. He's not pleased. If God would speak to us, he would say there's levels to this. And everybody's not on the same level and cannot be. As humans, we're all leveled, but we're all in different places and stages in our lives. And at each stage, we deserve respect. Not one deserving respect more than the other, but there are levels to this. There's a level of respect that somebody who's lived to a particular age deserves. Not saying that they should be worshiped or reverenced or they should be allowed to disrespect you. No, there is respect. If you are an elder, there's a certain amount of respect to elders. If you are a military person or somebody in authority, law enforcement, there's a level of respect. It's not worship, it's just there's levels to this. There's levels to this. Everybody in any stage of their life, I always say this, can teach you something. But sometimes the things that they can impart to you that will really, really wind up helping you won't come until they are respected. Respected. Even the Lord desires respect and reverence. He is to be worshiped. You can't just make the Lord what you want him to be and just, hey, dude, what's up? No. No, he is holy. You cannot Americanize or humanize God. Yes, Lord. You cannot. But we tend to we are about this spirit of making everything informal, to from the way we talk to the way we dress, to the respect we have for people. We want cushy comfort. I mean, it takes just a little bit more effort to be respectful. But God rewards that. He rewards that. He rewards that. Right. Right. It's I don't think it's either or. I think it's both and. Respect is not merely given, it's earned. But with age comes wisdom, and that wisdom should command a decent amount of respect. Yeah, it's not just given because you're a certain age, because there are several people my age and older that are very, very, very disrespectful and hard to respect, even though you should. The level of toxicity is just insane. Here's another part of. Notice how this part is flowing with water, all nice and stuff. But yeah. But it's like, since we've just made everything the way we want it to be, I can choose to respect you or not, and have a million people applauding my decision, even though it's ungodly. It's ungodly. We get all of our validation online. If we can find 10 people that agree with whatever we do, we feel we're justified in it. But God doesn't look at social media as a barometer. He looks at his word as the barometer, because that's the right one. Nothing we can create can supersede God's wisdom, nor will it ever. And social media is a created thing. It's a created thing. So, whew, I don't know how I got on that, but I'm just thinking about when you think about veterans in this country, particularly those over, I say, in their 70s and 80s and even 90s for some of them, the things that they were exposed to overseas, Vietnam, and all of the different provinces in Vietnam, all of the toxic substances that they had to handle, that they are paying for with health, all of the mental illness, and all of the things they're dealing with, and our government's response and taking care of the people who keep this country out of war and have for decades. It's hard. It's hard to, hey Lily, hey Sandy, Aliana doesn't come in. It's hard to watch, and it's hard to have any respect at all for that. I look at my stepdad and I look at my dad, and they are paying in their bodies for the sacrifice that they made every day. My stepdad is dealing with the fallout from Agent Orange. And he is fighting for his health right now. And it's a very hard fight. He's doing okay, but in a lot of ways, it's because of his service. My dad is in the final stages of Alzheimer's and dementia. And he's had problems with his heart and cancer, of all different types, and it's a fight, and it's hard to see all that, and hard to see them fight for health care that they earned in service to this country, fighting for it, you know, as though they didn't give up some of the best years of their life for this country. It just it's hard for me to see people disrespect anybody in the military. It's just it goes all over me because it's personal. I take it personally when you can't respect not just your elders, but any veterans that you see. I take it personally. When you can't respect law enforcement, I take that personally. That's just across the board. Maybe that's just me, the Air Force bratting me, but it's very, very personal to me. And it speaks to your character. It speaks to how you were raised. And I really hate that for you because you're disrespecting people who serve you and have given the best of themselves. You're missing being in the presence and being benefited by some remarkable people. All of these people have stories you would not believe. Some of the things my dad has told me about his service, and they're heartbreaking. And I look at him and I think, wow, that's just the grace of God, because some of the things he's told me, I couldn't make it through. I couldn't deal with that, but he had to keep going. And I don't know how he did it other than God. And so just for that alone, he is sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. The respect level is very high. Yeah. It's remarkable. The human mind is remarkable, and the things that the Lord can allow you to witness but still function is remarkable. It's incredible. Hi, Jatinda Kumar. How are you? Got a lot of people out walking and stuff today with their dogs. Very pretty dogs. But yeah. No. No, Happy Mac, no. I wish I could say yes, but no. There are some claims and some paperwork, without going into a whole bunch of detail, that my sister is fighting for my dad. My sister and my dad are in Mississippi. They moved from Louisiana to Mississippi, and she's taking care of him, and she is fighting the very good and hard fight for just basic things that my dad should have. So no, it has not improved. Yeah. Hopefully sometime this year, I pray that I will be able to go and see my dad and my sister and stuff like that, and see Mississippi. I came through Mississippi going to Atlanta some years ago, and I want to go back and just see how it is. The Biloxi part down by the coast, I would love to go and see them. And also, if I could meet up with It's Me Angie, I would love to do that. Just hang out with her for a while. Hopefully sometime this year I might be able to do it. I hope so. Just praying. I'm just praying. Like I said in the beginning, y'all, I'm about to get to where I'm going to turn back around and go back to the house, get ready to take Kadri to work. But if there are any praise reports or any encouragement you want to give your brothers and sister rock stars on here, if there is a prayer request that yeah, Lily. Yep. Yep. It's like the wheels of care and what is rightfully due our veterans turn so slowly. It's just it's insane to me. It's insane to me. If I could find a oh no, I'm fine. Walking on roadside now today, there's not a lot of traffic and stuff. It's nice. It's nice. I enjoy walking. But if I could find a job like a data entry position where I could help the military speed up the process somewhere in this wheel to where veterans can get the things that they need, if I could file claims or process claims or any of that stuff that could help, I would immediately do it. Immediately. Because they need it. They absolutely need it. Mississippi and Massachusetts. Yeah, I do it. I do it in a heartbeat. I have prayed and prayed, and next month I'm going to go back to actively trying to find a position, and I would covet your prayers. We're doing well. The Lord is providing. They're building a brand new, they're remodeling our strip mall, and there's going to be a bunch of brand new stores coming into it, and I'm going to look into that and see if I can apply there. When they come, they're supposed to be done by anywhere between September and November. I've heard all three. But by November, they should be done with it. And I'd be more than happy to walk to work and just work there in peace. That's my prayer request. That's my prayer request, Lady Saturn. I appreciate you. I just need a job. I'm one of these old people that have, amen, praise God. I'm one of these old people that have a purpose. I'm purposeful, and it's hard for me to be still and know that He's God and just sit. Even though this is ordained of Him, I've been working since I was 15, so it's just kind of like hard for me to like grasp. Just be still. I got you. I got you. Yeah, you do. But it's hard. It is hard. It's hard. But I feel the Lord saying, okay, you have done your best to obey me. You've been rebellious in spots. You have looked, and I've told you not to. But June, you can go right ahead. I want to follow His will. I want to follow. And it's true, Lady Saturn. It really is. If the financial burden, and I've told them this too a million times, if the financial burden would be lifted to the point where I wouldn't have that on me, I wouldn't worry about a job. If I didn't need health care, insurance, I wouldn't worry about a job. I mean, I have 2 medications that I have to take, and I'm blessed in that. Everything else I'm able to do for this aging body, I'm doing it through fruits, vegetables, exercise like this, and proper supplements. So I'm blessed in that. And the 2 medicines I take, only 1 out of the 2 is extremely needful. And it's only because, I'm gonna turn around here. It's only because my body no longer makes that substance at all, period. So I have to have that. So I have to have health care, because even though it's a naturally occurring substance in women, the government considers it a controlled substance. So there's that. But that is my prayer. Ray and I are at a place of understanding. This is something that has helped us. The unemployment has helped us. I now know more of the things that he's been wanting from me, and one of those things has been time. And I'm able to devote that time to him and to Kadri and to really be there for them. And it's been a wonderful time. It's like all the things that when my mom was alive, she was trying to get me to see are coming to fruition now. All the things she said, because she always said, you really need to slow down and really, you're so busy in a sense, she was saying, you're so busy making a living and hustling and grinding that you have not taken the time to enjoy life. Yeah, you can go on vacations and you can spend money here, money there, and all your bills is paid and all of that's great, but you have not tapped into the real meaning of life, and it's not jumping in your car and running to a job and making all this money and running and running and running. You're running your life away and you're not enjoying your life. You're not enjoying it. You're making a living, but you're not enjoying your life. Because all of that eventually is going to come to an end, and you're going to have your life. And what are you going to say? Where was your joy? It's like all of these things. She was like, on the weekends, instead of running here and running there, you don't have to run everywhere. How about go get some seed, get some soil, plant a garden, grow some stuff, get ready to help you make a raised bed and all of that. Because I was in corporate and I was making really good money, and I was just underneath a managerial position, and I was about the bonuses and the raises, and Kadri was coming up through school, and she needed so many things, and I was just caught up in on this treadmill. And so the whole idea of getting seed and soil and planting a garden and stuff was like, that's just something else for me to do. And I'm just trying to get off this wheel. It wasn't relaxing or enjoyable because there were so many other things in its place. But there is nothing like watching stuff grow day by day and having a garden. And so it's like the Bible says, the race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but time and chance happen to all men. When I was running and on a treadmill, a garden and relaxing and stuff like that would have been something I would put on my to-do list that would just stress me. But time and chance has happened to me, and now I have 2 raised beds, and I'm eating from those raised beds. Strawberries and collard greens and cabbage and squash coming up. I mean, it's just, it's wonderful. It is wonderful. Cynthia from CC's Texas Garden sent me pole beans and things like that, some more collards and bok choy, and I'm finding pots everywhere, and I've planted all of them, and because of this rain, all of them are coming up. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing. If the overall financial burden could be lifted in some sort of way, and I could really focus on the Lord and the things that He has for me outside of making a living, that's exactly what I do. And He understands that. But that's the desire of my heart. If it is that He would have me go back to work, that I would be in a place where I could actually be useful to Him and to them, and be able to meet my financial obligations without raising my blood pressure. That's another thing about being on a hamster wheel. Your health suffers. Um, when I left AT&T 4 years ago, it'll be 4 years ago this Labor Day, or right before Labor Day. 4 years ago, I was hypertensive, pre-diabetic, all of that. I haven't seen those numbers, those types of numbers, since I left. Since I left. I'm no longer pre-diabetic. I'm no longer hypertensive. No medications for any of those things. Stress is a killer. It's dangerous. You have to have a space. Sure, you have to make a living, but how you do it, and the way you do it has to be managed, because stress will eat you alive. It will eat you alive. You could make the money, and I was making great money, but what good is that money if it ends in poor health? The money you're making, the doctors, all of the different specialists that you have to go through will take your livelihood in poor health. It's a very vicious cycle. And you really have to sit with the Lord and be like, Lord, I mean, it's kind of defeating the purpose. The bills are paid, but I'm sick all the time. I don't feel good at all. Just don't. There's a balance, and I'm still trying to find that balance. But with my health, I'm in a really good place. I think for somebody my age, it's a blessed place. But yeah, I just want a little. It doesn't even have to be a full-time job. I think I've consolidated my life down to the point where I could make it with a part-time. But that part-time has to not be pressure cooker. I don't want to deal with a pressure cooker environment. I will fight for my health. I want to maintain my health. Because with health, you can start over again. And the Lord can use you in a whole bunch of ways. He can use you in poor health, but your use will be limited. And I want him to be able to use me anyway, Lord, anytime, wherever. So that's what I'm praying for. What you delete? What you delete? Hold up. Oh, no, it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. That's just fine. That is just fine. I was on a chat a long time ago, and I was out walking in the heat. And I don't know if y'all have iPhones, but iPhones sometimes overheat in the heat, and before they completely go dead until they cool off, sometimes the buttons or the keyboard on the iPhone will stick. Oh my gosh. I was in a live and I was a moderator, and I hit one key getting ready to type a sentence out, and that key went all up and down, and I could not make it stop. I had to literally shut the phone down and come back into it, and all you see is H, 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 H. And the guy was like, Kristina, you okay? I thought we were going to have to call 911 because I see all these H's. What are you doing? I was just like... And so I had to go on this whole apology tour for about 30 minutes because, I mean, it was all the way down the page. H, 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 H. Just H. I was fixing to type. I don't even know what the sentence was, but I was like, I am so sorry. My iPhone overheated and the keyboard stuck to H. I'm glad it just said H and nothing else. I'm glad I ain't spell out anything profane, but yeah. So I mean, it's easy. Any little thing, particularly I guess this Texas heat is extremely hot. And I wasn't thinking. But yeah. So it happens. It happens. I have anything that a moderator can possibly do, I've done by mistake and had to come back and be like, I'm so sorry. I I was on a live and I timed out this person because, just hit the wrong button. Timed them out for 24 hours. For nothing. I mean, unintentionally. I just hit the button and it just bloop. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, anything that a mod could do, I've done. Which is why I don't know why I have as many wrenches in as many different places as I do. But, you know, so whatever you've done, I've probably done it 3 times. Because I mod on several different channels and it just is what it is. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Easy to do. Easy to do. Yeah. Yep. I don't know who I did that to. It wasn't Proverbs. It was somebody in Seiko's chat that I sent to the woodshed. That's why I say I don't know why they wrench me, but sometimes, because yeah, I've made all of the boneheaded mistakes with a wrench. So just apologize, my bad, because honey, sometimes my hands fail me, sometimes my eyes fail me. It just depends on which day of failure it is. But welcome to the AARP set. But oh my goodness, it's a mess. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they do. They do. That's where the grace comes in. When you get to know somebody online and you see their proven character, and proven character is not words. It's not what you say per se. It's more what you demonstrate, what you do. What you do intentionally, consistently, over time. How you are as a person. What can be clearly seen and shown is proven character. And if your proven character is not such where you just randomly time people out or completely get rid of them or whatever, if that's not your proven character, anybody will see that and be like, oh Lord, Kristina's phoned and what did she hit? She didn't see that. That was the wrong thing. Oh my gosh. They get to know you and they know that that's just gotta be. And I've seen it where the host will vouch. Oh, Kristina, did you fat finger it? Yep, I did. My bad. Once people get to know you, they just know you. It just is what it is. They just know how you are, and you mean to do that. But y'all, I appreciate y'all's prayers. And I want to know if there's anything that is on your heart before the end of this month that y'all need me to cover in prayer. Once again, I don't need all the details, but if your desire is to go more in depth in the chat, on my description tab is my email. And I will we can pray there for sure. But if there's anything between now and the end of this month, I'll probably have some videos if I can battle this spirit of procrastination to put out, because I found quite a few things that I will put out. But I don't know that between now and the end of this month I'll be back on. But if y'all have anything, really? I don't know why. I don't know why, Lily. I don't know why. You're a woman of character, and you always that's your proven character. And I didn't want you can come on the cross, babe. She like, really, you directing traffic now? Yeah, I am. I didn't want to have mods at all, to be honest. I never wanted my chat, and it's no shade to anybody, but I didn't think I had enough traffic or enough people watching to where I would need this plethora of mods. So I didn't really want any at all, because I see the pride that comes with a blue wrench. And I see how people who were seemingly nice people before they got the wrench, I see the change, because the wrench gives them this element of perceived power. And I see how they lord it over people and how they become prideful in speech and action. And I did not want to promote. I didn't want that. So I, for years, was like anti-mod, period. Even though I was a mod on other channels, I was anti-mod for my own. But I said, after a while, I said, there are people around me of proven character because I believe in looking at a person over seasons. To me, seasons of life prove character. At least 3 seasons, if not a whole year, where I'm just looking at a person. They're proving character, how they are. And I said, if I have any mods, I want them to be a proven character. Not perfect character, because there's no such thing. The minute I find a mod of perfect character, I'm going to corrupt them with my imperfect character. But consistently godly character is what I'm looking for. As consistent as they can be. So the people you see in blue, not saying all my rock stars are not consistently godly, but these are people I've studied over time, and they are a proven character, period. So there's no problem with everybody on this live right now really is a proven character. There's no problem. Well, hey, Pastor Seikio, what is going on, Saiko? What is happening? What is happening? I'm just out here walking before I take Kadri to work. Feels like it's misting now, so we might be about to get some rain. I was just on here checking to see if anybody between now and the end of this month had any prayer concerns, any praise reports. I'm going to try to do this as often as I can. I put out a poll a couple of weeks ago asking, should I do more walks where we just pray or that sort of thing. Man, this weather, this morning at about 3 o'clock, I thought Misha was going to jump up to the ceiling. He was so scared. We had some huge claps of thunder, rain where I thought Noah was going to come down the street on the ark. We had hail, which we haven't had hail in a long time. It was not a super cell, but it was what my grandmama would call an old-fashioned gully washer. And it scared Misha because we haven't had thunder like that in a long time. It rolled through here, and it was over at about maybe 30 minutes, something like that. Just roll on. It was just a line of Some good sized thunderstorms and it rolled through here. It's nice now, but they're saying that by 5 or 6, another line is going to come through. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I will be in. I will be on. Hey, nephew. What it is, what it is, what it is. Yeah, I mean, ooh, child. I saw that foolishness yesterday. And that was some ungodly foolishness. Foolishness. So you have decided to go down the path of foolishness. Yeah, I saw that. It was an ungodly mess. An ungodly mess. Talk about disrespectful. Ugh. Ugh. The kind of disrespect that would almost make you revert to before Christ. And that is as ungodly as it gets. We in the body have a responsibility to conduct ourselves in any and every room with civility, with respect, with dignity, period. Because that is what is required of us as Christ followers. We got a lot of Christians out here, and they are Christians in proven character. They follow Chris. Chris is what I call the world. We have a lot of Christians, but we don't have a lot of Christ followers. Because Christ followers type something in the chat and the Holy Ghost convicts and they erase it. They don't send it. Ask me how I know about that. There were several things, several choice, ungodly words that came up and wanted to come on that chat. That would have been right, but not godly. So I did a lot of erasing. And there was no way that I could take and put them, there was no way that I could take and put them the way I wanted to put them. It was South Hamilton Park East. It was how we used to talk before Christ. But it would have fit the occasion. But, yeah. So no, it was a mess. It was a mess. The whole underlying thing of the moderators and the hosts and the decorum, the whole underlying thing for all of this is pride. It is what the devil brokers in. And my daddy used to tell me this all the time too. He would say, he would say drop nuggets like this, and I'd just be like, because it didn't make any sense to me. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Just like I was mentioning the wrench, people get platforms, and the platforms take off. They get subscribers. They get partnerships with different companies that take an interest in the content. They begin to make revenue and AdSense. They begin to depend on the revenue for livelihood. They quit their jobs and they go all in. And because things are well, they believe that they have a level of power that they don't have. And they believe, because of their grinding to make things happen, that God co-signs this breach of authority, when all power is given by God. All authority is given by God. All that you work for is given to you by God. And it can be removed just as well as it was given. And I think that's the pride of Satan that a lot of these channels are operating on. They are prideful, boastful, arrogant, just cloaked in this cover of superiority to the point where they will take a smaller, humble channel and shame and humiliate that channel. Let me see. I mean, this channel's got this many people. And this channel, who is the other big channel? Well, me. And then this other channel's got this many people. I mean, we're just rolling out like that. Blah, blah, blah. Man. At the end of the day, your ingratitude is showing. You need the Lord just like everybody else. All that you have, He allowed. But just because you have it does not make it a given or a guaranteed. It's no more guaranteed to you than your next breath. You need to humble yourself. Lest the Lord humble you. And if you know like I know, and you're not this perfect Christ follower, pride goeth before a fall, and a haughty spirit before destruction. One of the kindest things somebody who really loves you can do is tell you the ugly truth about yourself. It is. Better they tell you than the Lord show you. You don't want that. But a lot of these content creators now are going to run into that. They're going to run into it because they have smelled themselves and they smell good. To them, their stuff don't stink. They're going to be humble. There's a day of humbling and reckoning because this is not why we have our channels. This is what we've made our channels out to be. But that's not God's original intent. It's not. It's what's working for us. So we think, oh, He cosigns because I'm able to do this. No. God is He's patient towards you. That eventually He would lovingly see that you return in repentance. No, just because you have it doesn't mean He cosigns, and it doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Blessed be His name. Point blank, period. You have it today. But you need to be really careful and mindful of how you got it. Who gave it to you? Because the devil can give good gifts too. But the devil can also destroy you with them. Yeah. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Or what can a man give in exchange for his soul? Is a YouTube channel with over 100,000 subscribers and AdSense worth your soul? Is mistreating people in an arrogant, prideful way worth your soul? Will God be pleased with that? It's just some stuff to think about. I've been on here a lot longer than I intended, but I appreciate all of y'all for watching. If you could hit that thumbs up, and I will come back on here. Don't know when you'll see me live again, but I hope y'all have an amazing Memorial Day, and I want to thank all of you veterans for your service. Freedom is not free, and I want to say, may the Lord bless and keep you. May He lift up His countenance upon you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and grant you his favor. And may the Lord give you peace, that you would have an amazing, amazing rest of the end of this week, and that your beginning of June will be an open door into the wonderful things God has for you, and that you would be ready to receive it all and share it all with someone else. Y'all have an amazing rest of the week, rock stars.